My yoga instructor grabbed my phone. Delete that location app. Someone's tracking every class. Maya's voice was barely a whisper, but her hands were shaking violently. In 8 months of classes, I'd never seen her lose her zen composure. Something was terrifyingly wrong. Maya dragged me into the equipment closet and locked the door behind us. Her usual calm energy was replaced by pure panic. She scrolled through my phone with trembling fingers, pointing at my location sharing settings. I'd been sharing my location with David, my boyfriend of 2 years since we started dating. It seemed normal, healthy even. What couples don't share locations? Maya pulled out her own phone and showed me something that made my blood freeze. Photos of David's silver sedan parked outside our studio. Same spot, same angle. But they were taken on different days over the past 3 months. He never came inside, never mentioned yoga when I got home. Just sat there watching me through the windows like some kind of predator. I defended him at first, my voice cracking. Maybe he was running errands nearby. Maybe he was worried about me driving alone at night. Maya shook her head and whispered that she'd started documenting his presence because other students had complained about feeling watched. The creepy guy in the parking lot who never left his car. That's when Maya told me the worst part. David had approached 2 other women from our class in the grocery store. He'd struck up conversations, asking personal questions about their schedules, their jobs, their relationships. He'd mentioned details about their lives that he couldn't possibly know unless he'd been following them too. One woman said he knew which apartment she lived in and what time she usually got home from work. I felt sick. My hands started shaking as I realized David shouldn't have known what time my classes started, which studio location I attended, or when I'd be finished. I'd never told him. He'd been tracking my phone for months, learning my patterns, studying my routine like he was planning something terrible. Maya revealed she'd also noticed David following me to the coffee shop next door after class. He would sit in his car for 20 minutes after I left, watching the building. When she confronted the coffee shop employees, they confirmed a man matching David's description had been asking about my usual order and what time I typically arrived. That afternoon, I tested Maya's theory and my world collapsed. I told David I was meeting girlfriends for dinner at a restaurant downtown, but instead I went to the library. I watched my location sharing in real time. Within 20 minutes, David's car appeared in the restaurant parking lot. His text came immediately. "Where are you? I drove by and don't see your car." The next morning, I found the GPS tracker under my bumper. A small black magnetic device that looked professional, expensive. When I called my brother, he confirmed it was military-grade surveillance equipment. Someone had been monitoring every place I went for months. David knew where I worked, where I shopped, where I got coffee. No wonder he always seemed to show up at places randomly. Maya helped me document everything before I confronted him. We took photos of the tracker, screenshots of my location history, pictures of him stalking the studio. She introduced me to other students who'd been approached by David. He hadn't just been tracking me, he'd been building a profile of my entire social circle, learning their routines too. When I finally confronted David, he broke down crying and claimed he was protecting me. But his laptop told a different story. Police found folders containing photos of me taken without permission, detailed logs of my daily activities, and research about my friends and coworkers. Some photos were taken inside my apartment when I thought I was alone. There were timestamps showing he'd been watching me sleep. David was arrested for stalking, harassment, and invasion of privacy. The GPS tracker violated multiple federal laws. Maya's documentation and willingness to get involved probably saved my life. She said trusting your instincts about creepy behavior can mean the difference between safety and becoming a statistic. 3 months later, Maya started a self-defense workshop at the studio. She teaches women to recognize surveillance patterns and trust their gut feelings when something seems off. Sometimes the people closest to us are the most dangerous.